How to turn your NTG entertainment screen from looking like this, all scratched up, to as new condition like this. Hello everyone, it's Wilson here and a warm welcome back to my channel. In this video tutorial today, I'm going to show you all a very common problem that affects us Mercedes SLK owners. In fact, not just SLK owners, any Mercedes owners with the NTG entertainment screen with all the anti-reflective coating all scratched off due to poor cleaning techniques. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to refurbish the screen to bring it back in new condition and also apply a screen protector afterwards. Right, without further ado, let's crack on. To do this job properly, I'm going to remove the screen from my car. I mean, you could do it in situ, but the problem is getting to all the nooks and crannies and all the edges of the screen. And I'll probably make a mess of my car with all the cleaning products. So I'm going to show you all how to remove the screen. It's pretty straightforward really. Right, let's get to work. First of all, these two side panels needs to come off. So they just slide off, they just unclip. So you just put your finger on it like this and then slide your finger in that direction. And there you go, it just comes off. And you do the same for the other side. And there you go, that comes off. And then behind those panels, we'll have 4 screws. So you have one there, one there, one there, and one there. So they are Torx T20s. And then simply wiggle this whole panel off with the air vents. So just pull it and it will just unclip. And then just slide it off like this. And then the screen is held on by 2 T-Torx 20 screws, one there and one there. And then the screen can lift off and there's a couple of connectors at the back. Okay, so the screen should just pull off like this quite easily. There you go. And then behind the screen, I'll just show you as I get it out. Just 2 LVDS connectors. So they're simply, you just push the pins, little tabs on the connector and they'll just pull off, and then same for that one as well. So once those are removed, you can take the screen in the house and then we'll continue with the refurbishment. Okay, the screen's in my hand and I'll just show you a close-up how scratched up it is. You can see, look, it is pretty scratched up. Look at that. Pretty bad on my one. So I'm guessing a lot of owners will have the same issue. And also, my dashboard does have a little bit, obviously I can't pick it up on camera, it does have a little bit of issue as well, you know, poor cleaning there as well. I might do that as well at a later date. But anyway, let's crack on with this one. So I've come to my back garden to clean it because I'll be spraying this stuff, the IPA cleaner. Basically it's alcohol, isopropanol. So I don't want that sprayed and inhaled in the house. So I bought this screen protector off of eBay or Amazon. They're both similar prices. I'll put a link in the description below of where I purchased it from. And I've gone for the matte version. Now, I was told by one of my subscribers who actually done one already, the matte version is better option because it's less reflective in the light. And it'll go on, it'll stick on something like this afterwards, a bit like a phone screen protector to be honest. Bit cloudy at the moment because I've not peeled off the backing plate yet, but hopefully that will show you what it's like once I've done it. Right, and you also need a clean microfiber cloth with the alcohol cleaner to give it loads of wipes. It's going to take me a while, I think. I'm just going to keep cleaning it until it's all the scratches are gone. Okay, so I'm going to spray some onto my cloth, the alcohol, just get it damp. That'll do for now. Right, let's see how it goes. Let's give it a few wipes and start off with. Don't know how long this is going to take. It might take a bit of a while to rub this off. In fact, I can probably see some progress already. Some of it's coming, but let's see. Don't push too hard on it, obviously, because you don't want to damage the screen. So that's how it is at the moment. So far, only a few gentle wipes. I can see some of it coming off already. Don't know if you can pick it up on the camera here. So yeah, that's looking good at the moment. Right, let's continue. For the edges, I might need to use some cotton buds to get to the edges, but let's get the main area done first. That's the main thing.
A few moments later.
Well, that was almost 2 hours, so I'm not lying there. Lots of rubbing, and I had to resort to using my wife's nail polish remover as well, and a combination of IPA. Lots of rubbing. The nail polish remover definitely helps get the stubborn stains off. And as you can see, I'll just do a side view. I would say that is 10 times better. Look at that. Almost perfect. I would say 99%. And the reason why I say 99% is if you look in the extreme corner, the right angle corner, you can see this tiny bit left. And on the edge as well, here you can see. But I'm not worried about those tiny corners and on the edges because I test fitted it using the trim of the heater vents. I put the trim back on and it covers those extreme corners, so you can't see it anyway. So I'm not worried about that, but I'm happy with it. Miles better, look at that. Now it's time for the screen protector. Make sure the screen is free from dust. I have blown it. I've got some microfiber cloth, just a little speck there that's come off. Yeah, that's looks okay. So before I do it, let's do a test fit so I can get a gauge roughly what it looks like, because there is about a 0.5 mil to 1 mil gap all around, as you can see, which is normal because even phone screen holders, there's a tiny little gap on the side. I need to get it roughly about like this. So it's actually got a little bit bigger gap on the top and bottom. The sides are more closer to the edge. Okay, so I know roughly how it's got to go, so let's go for it. Okay, so it peels off like this, like a phone screen protector. So that sticky side goes into the screen. Right, some bit dust there actually. Just make sure, double check. Yeah, all good. Right, okay, let's give it a go. Okay, steady hands required. About there. Right, let's see how we get on. That's better. Let's put it down about here. Yeah, that should be good, I think. Too late, I've done it. Right, let's get the air bubbles out. Credit card, or just use your fingers to push it out normally. That's gone. So sometimes these air bubbles, I find, there's some little bit of air bubble in it. I find if you leave it there overnight, a bit like a phone screen protector, normally when you put it on there's air bubbles. But if you leave it overnight it goes away, so I'm not worried about it at the moment. And plus it comes with 2 in the pack, so if you do mess up or you want to change it in the future, you've got a spare one in there. There's a little bit of gap on the side, that'll normal. I think the trim will cover that when I put the trim back on. Right, let's go to the car and fit it. Okay, so let's refit the screen. So it's basically the reversal of what I showed you earlier. The 2 plugs, just go back in first. I'll do that first. Fit these, the blue one, that one there, and the black plug. Right, that's it. Right, okay. Let's just leave it in there and see what she looks like. Right, now I'm going to screw it back in and then put the outer trim, so I'll show you the final result shortly. Okay, the final result is here. All back fitted. It's 10 times better, look at that. I mean, the entertainment is switched off at the moment, but it's a bit difficult to see. Let me just try and cover some lighting. No, I can't, but you can see, look, it's literally night and day. You can still see a tiny air bubble where my finger is there. I did have about 3 air bubbles, but the other 2 cleared after a while. So like I said, I'll leave that overnight. It's only a tiny bubble. I mean, if I actually push it, it goes away. So normally what happens is leave it overnight and it will most likely clear. But you can't hardly see it anyway, it's right at the bottom. So remember I talked about the screen protector had a gap at the sides, but with the trim fitted, there's no gaps. Look at that, perfect. Lovely, lovely. So let me turn the entertainment on and show you what it looks like with a clear screen. Here we are with the entertainment on the original NTG screen. So I'll just show you a close-up and you could see it's much better. I mean, the screen protector is the matte version and I think this is a perfect choice because it's kind of invisible. You can't see it with the entertainment on that you got the screen protector on. There's a little bit of reflection, but I think you'll get that on anything. But this is the matte version. I think the gloss one will be too shiny, so definitely go for the matte one. So I'm going to switch it to my CarPlay Android Auto, because I've got that fitted. So I hold down this button and I can switch that to my CarPlay Android Auto unit. And again, got the black background. You can see, look, nice and clear. It's perfect. Definitely worth doing. Definitely worth doing. You don't need to buy a new screen. So I'm really happy with that. And there you have it. So I hope you guys enjoyed my DIY tutorial of how to refurbish your NTG entertainment screen. So anyone can do this at home. Just takes up 2 hours of your time. And I'll put in a link in the description below of where I bought my screen protector, the eBay and the Amazon link. So please give me a like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye bye.